God damn it.
You know, I really am glad that I took a bit of time to check out Update 5, even if it was only for video purposes. As mediocre and boring as it was, I had a few laughs, and at least the game didn't get any worse than it already was, minus some weird balance changes. Night Vision was released not much more than a week ago, marking the fastest time that Evrima has taken to properly update since 3.5 early last year. Which probably sounds great, until you realise that this was probably one of, if not the worst update the game has had. You'd be surprised to know it was even worse in the testing phase too. Nighttime takes up half of the game, so messing up your night vision is simply not something that you can afford to do. Bad nighttime leads to players getting frustrated easier due to restricted sensors, or just straight up logging out for 30 minutes. But what's wrong with the night vision shifter V? Well, there's a couple things, but don't worry because there isn't exactly much to talk about. If you couldn't already tell by the screenshot I have here, it doesn't really fit the game. While a cool concept, the visualized echolocation is not something that is too visually appealing in a dinosaur survival game, and is a straight downgrade from Legacy, at least to me. And this isn't even that subjective. I mean, look at this poll with over 150 voters. The way that animal night vision works is that light is reflected based on how many rod cells the animals have, fairly often accompanied by a reflective layer behind their pupils that reflect what little light they can get to enhance their vision. And it is largely likely that as such, everything is viewed as grey and likely foggy, which conveniently is what Legacy had, and is also the reason why animals' eyes would often shine in the dark, at least to other animals that had similar properties, and also that is something that Legacy had. So, as well as, personally at least, lacking style and pleasing or fitting visuals, it is completely unrealistic and not immersive in the slightest, which is unshockingly kind of important in a survival game, unless you need to sacrifice it for something like balance or creativity, which this does not do. The Legacy Night Vision did all of these things decently well, but let's not be too negative here, and talk about some of the positives of the Evrima Night Vision, and then immediately explain why they don't matter. Evrima's night vision has a comfortable range to it. One of the major complaints of Legacy was how little the range of sight was, and while I agree it wasn't great, it was simply customizable and could easily have been done if they wanted, and they clearly did because it's a lot wider now, which doesn't exactly give Evrima much of an edge. Either that, or it was different due to factors like the sound design. It also tends to fade out for the daytime, so that accidentally turning it on doesn't blind you. But you know, just don't do that. I don't know what to tell you, it's not that hard. Then, there's the almost mass problem of headaches, motion sickness, and epilepsy, all being brought up by the system, with about 20% of people on a poll I made saying that they have these sorts of problems, and a further 25 to 30% saying they're yet to try out the update because they're certain they'll deal with them. In the latest dev vlog, the devs took note of this, and are working on improvements, but I think it's important to say that there's nothing they can do to this current system that will achieve that. Like I said, the concept could work. If you changed it to a dark green mist with moderate orange highlights like they're testing out for like the military and stuff, I think that would decrease risk and also probably look better. Or if they had a vision similar to Legacy or the one they showed in Phase 2, that could work as well. As far as I know, there is nothing that they can do to the current system to make it work that also doesn't make it even uglier than it already is, because I'm pretty sure that the trigger of the epilepsy and photosensitivity problems are the bright white lines moving against the dark black background. Alternatively, don't add night vision. Nighttime in a game like this is better as an aesthetic than it is as a full-on feature. Adding a whole system and going through this much trouble just to appeal to the 2 or 3 nighttime hunters isn't really that worth it. My real shout is just not adding night vision in general and keeping a nice moonlit landscape for visual purposes only. I'm certain they can make Dilo and Troodon work without it, and they didn't spend too much time working on it compared to other updates, so they're not throwing too much away. Yeah, so that was it. Not much to talk about, especially as ex-Sega has already made a much more in-depth video on the topic. I'm going to go work on the next little project, and to fill time, here are some highlights from my time playing Dilo on Legacy after realizing how much I hated the Evrima one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, okay. You are not fast enough. You are not brave enough. Man, look at that. Smooth 70 plus. And I'm not playing it completely low graphics either, you know, I've got high foliage, I've got high post processing, and I've got epic distance. And I'm getting like 70 frames in this game, sometimes 80. But then I go play Evrima and I get what? 40 maximum? What is that? Serrato. Shall we find out together if he's paying attention? Oh, I don't like this. Alright, we're going for it. Oh wait, my bad. Well, that was anticlimactic. Unless I'm going insane. Maybe they're over here. Let's see. I really hope they extend night. Something's here. I heard like a sniff noise. Hello. It's the ratio dinosaur.
Yeah.
I was following them for a little bit, trying to find them, because I didn't know what they were. And then it was like, turns out it was a sub-truck, so I was like, I don't know if I want to fight that. But then there was a juvie parrot following it, so I just immediately darted for it. And the sub-truck stared at me for like a minute straight.
Wait, does Teutonic have rules?
Yeah, unfortunately. But they're not too bad. Chubicano, get moving, pal. He saw me and immediately turned the other way. Man, I still have the goal, kill me. What are you doing that big man? That's mine. That's mine. You know it's mine. Nah, bro. That is not yours, bro. That is not yours, bro. He doesn't know I'm following him, dude.
Oh, right, 'cause that takes stamina.
I'm going for it.
Good luck.
Alright, I got 2 bites off and he didn't stomp me. Oh my, I'm really scared of his hitbox. I don't know how bad it is as a sub.
Isn't it like on the left side?
Yeah, kind of. That's why I'm trying to get around his right now.
Have you gotten any hits on him?
Yeah, I got 2. Oh, it's so I'm terrified of even getting close to him. He's running at me? Why? No way his heals bleed off, right?
Oh, it's gonna turn night. This is good for you.
Uh-huh. Oh, I think he accidentally sat down. Yeah, he's gonna die. He's bleeding so much. He sat down and tried to stand up, but I think he spammed it, which makes you sit down again.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just running at me. He knows he's about to die.
But only 2 bites? Or did you get more?
When he sat down, I got 2 or 3. But I was really... I could have gotten more, but I was really scared to, like, get in range of the stomp or the hit, so I kind of just moved. And oh, yeah, he just fell. There he goes.
Nice.
The awesome iron.